Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, if you're a business owner and you've ever thought about selling your company, you're going to want to watch this next segment. It's going to make you a bunch of money. That's next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
So I have a family company. My kids work in the business, and my grandson wants to take over the business one day. So I may not ever sell this company. I might just pass it on to my kids. But there are many business owners out there who are thinking about selling, and they're not doing their homework first. To talk about that, Steve Conwell, he's the CEO of Final Ascent. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Jeff. Glad to be here.
Well, it occurs to me that so many small business owners and medium-sized business owners, they put more thought into selling a house than they would selling their own company. Is that right?
Absolutely. You know, it's this hidden issue that most business owners don't realize. They put on their entrepreneurial hats, which they may wear a lot of them, right? But they don't realize that selling your business is not like selling your house. It's like selling, oh my gosh, a very complicated process.
Sure. And some business owners will do stuff to minimize their tax burden, but if they're going to sell, they better change the revenue structure, or else nobody wants to buy the company, right?
Absolutely. You know, they're told by their CPA, hey, you know, increase your expenses so you don't have to pay your taxes, but you reduce your business value accordingly. We've talked to business owners that in looking at their company and doing evaluation, they're worth 2, sometimes 3 times less what they were just 2 to 3 years ago because of advice like that.
And I know we hear this steady drumbeat, a lot of people predicting a recession. Some people say we're in one. What does that do to your business?
You know, for our business, we're extremely busy right now. We've seen interest rates on real estate investments going up and being more expensive, but amazingly, a lot of buyers still buy businesses using debt, and the commercial lending interest rates are still sitting around 6% or so. So it's as busy as ever. If you've got a great company, you can go to market, but you do need to make sure you get your business prepared for sale.
And I know you're a very busy guy, very active in the community. You're also active in something called Exit Planning Exchange. We found a great video. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going really well. We're very, very excited. You know, we kicked off in April with our happy hour. Had a lot of interested feedback, a lot of people that came to that, and it's really growing. We've had the Dallas community embracing the Exit Planning Exchange in our market here in DFW, and we're bringing middle market exit advisors to the table for the first time with all their experience and their collaboration and the knowledge that they share to this community, because the business owners need it. They really need advice. And so it's been fantastic. We've had a panel discussion today that went incredibly well and got to understand about all the family dynamics that you come into play with family-owned businesses and how they prepare themselves for sale, how they go to market, and all the silent partners and spouses and kids and all that. So it's been going really well. We're very excited, and we're continuing to grow, and we'd love to have more of the Dallas community join.
Yeah, absolutely. So as a M&A advisor, XPX represents taking a step back and saying, how do you plan for the most successful exits? I think as my experience has been, those who plan it ahead, we always talk about the ideal client, be one who starts 3 or 4 years ahead of the time of exit and puts all the ducks in a row that are going to make it a smooth transaction and get the maximum value. And so for me, I'm hoping through XPX, and I think what I've already done in the last few months, is to meet people who revolve around business owners who can bring those talents to bear to say, you know, how do you position yourself for the most successful exit, so that when it comes to our role at the end of that 2 or 3 year planning process. Everything is as good as it could be. So I'm hoping here to meet, other like-minded advisors who are working with business owners. I'm going to learn some new perspectives about what to do, what not to do, that hopefully I'll be able to share with business owners going forward, and ultimately drive some new business and more successful transactions for our clients.
Did you start it in Dallas, or did you take over for somebody else?
No, I founded it in Dallas about 2.5 years ago, and then we had COVID. And so put brakes on it because we need to be in person. And then we launched it, started again about a year ago, soft launched in Stir in April, and then official launch in May. And we've got 60 members already.
That's amazing. And do you meet at Preston Center? Is that where you
Park City's
Park
Club.
City Club?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, if you like Steve, it's because he has a team at home that loves him as well. I'm going to introduce you to his child bride there. So when you guys met, how old were you when you met? That's her graduating from college, right?
Yeah, Christine, my beautiful bride. Yeah, we met, I was 22 at the time and she was 24.
Wow.
So I'm the youngster. And it's an amazing story. We met at country dancing. We didn't really tell the parents that. We met at UNT, right? But 2.5 months, we were unofficially engaged, 5.5 officially engaged, and 13 months married. And then this December will be 29 years.
That's amazing. And two beautiful kids.
Thanks. Yeah, we love them, right? Our son Bryce, he goes to UNT. He's going to be a senior, doing digital retailing, so he'll be employable. We're excited about that. And our daughter went to A&M, so Gig'em.
Yeah.
And this is her second year being a teacher, and she's teaching kindergarten for Title I schools.
That's awesome. Now, is there a little bit of a rivalry there between UNT and the Aggies?
Oh, well, we'll get killed by them, right? I figure I'll live another, 45 years. We got to win once, and then I'll be there, and for the rest of my life, I'll have bragging rights, right?
That's awesome. Well, let's leave this segment with some advice to the business owner who's watching this and who is thinking about one day selling their business. What are some, top 1, 2, 3 things that they should be doing?
Absolutely. I think the first thing is you need to know what your business is worth. So get a summary valuation, understand that. The other thing is you need to really understand that you as the owner can't be wearing 10 hats. You've got to you-proof your business. I can't tell you how important that is. It needs to be a going concern that later when you sell, you can hand the keys over. And I would say the third thing, and I really am not just saying this, get a very strong advisor team very early in the process. If you can start 3-4 years in advance having conversations, it's going to be tremendous for you later. You're going to have a happy and lucrative exit, and you'll be able to do whatever you want when you retire after the fact and sell your business.
Outstanding. Steve, you've been a great guest. We're going to end with your website, which is finalascent.com. Steve Conwell, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.